Hey guys, Matt here. So in this video, I'm going to go over my expectations for Gevo's earnings. Now, before we do that, I want to show you my portfolio, just in case this is the first time you're at my channel. You can see where I'm coming from. Well, as you can see, every stock in my portfolio, other than Gevo, is doing very well. Right now, I'm hitting 23% gains. I'm hitting 24,000 gains. And if you've been on my channel for a while, you know this is getting better and better. I mean, especially in comparison to the disastrous 2022. Like, we are kicking ass, and with the exception of Gevo, like, every stock is clawing their way back. Every stock other than Gevo has released their earnings, and they've all been pretty good. Even the ones that initially weren't, well, all their stocks have bounced back. And even the stocks that I guess you can consider at face value that I'm not doing well, like AT&T and Verizon, these are my dividend stocks. And I'm making $900 per year for AT&T, and I'm making $600 per year on Verizon if you don't even count in compound interest. So yeah, I think I'm making my money back pretty well as far as these stocks here, and the stock price keeps getting better and better by the year. So right now, I consider Gevo my only failure so far. So let's get into Gevo's earnings and what I expect. So Gevo is going to give the earnings next week, so March the 7th, to report their fourth quarter and full year 2023 results. Now, you may ask yourself, very perceptive readers may notice that, wait a minute, is March the 7th pretty late? Didn't Gevo schedule this very late? Yes, you're correct. They just scheduled this very late. Like, all the other stocks in my portfolio, like, they've done their earnings. Even Highland has done them with earnings. And yeah, you may wonder why Gevo scheduled this so late. Well, I have a few guesses. One is they're trying to buy time. Like, they are desperately trying to buy time in the hopes that they actually have something to say regarding their DOE loan when these earnings finally come out. And the second reason, and this is probably a more cynical reason, is because other than that, they don't have shit to talk about. That is my prediction. Now, as far as my expectations, as far as what I expect to see in these earnings, absolutely nothing. As you guys probably know, last year Gevo pretty much killed all momentum for the stock when they announced the DOE loan, which would take 12 months, which in essence delayed the whole Net Zero 1 project to 2026. And that is the only thing that investors care about. And ever since then, the earnings, like, from then on, have been pretty much boring, because nothing's going to happen until the DOE loan gets done. So I'm hoping I'm wrong, and I'm hoping when these earnings come out, they'll actually announce some sort of closure, or at least some kind of an actual tangible result as far as this DOE loan, so that we can actually pick back up to where we were supposed to be last year. But I am not holding my breath for it. Now, there are other things that are probably going to happen. Now, to be fair, they're probably going to talk about their Verity, their new end-to-end carbon accounting solution, which they expect to announce their first revenue in 2024 and customer growth in 2025. They will probably talk about that, and they will probably say the exact same thing that they mentioned in this business update. I am not expecting any updates as far as these earnings, as far as how this is going. Not in these earnings. So what you see here is probably what they're going to say. And then other than that, they will probably give an update as far as their RNG, the RNG revenue, because they're still waiting to recognize the full CARB or whatever the hell they're talking about in order to get the full revenue, whatever is supposed to happen this year. They'll probably talk about that, but that's it. I mean, they'll probably touch on these other things, but I touched on all the things that we as investors probably care about. So next week, I'll be out of state on work, so there will not be a video immediately after the Gevo earnings, even though I will be listening. I'll probably post a YouTube update in the post, just to give my initial reaction. And if the earnings are interesting enough, I'll make a video about it. But if it's exactly what I think is going to happen, I mean, the post will be it. I'm hoping I'm wrong, and Gevo will have some kind of good news. And I'm hoping even more that Gevo doesn't have bad news, because, I mean, when I get back, I will make a video talking about why I'm holding Gevo stock, like, while I'm still holding despite all this. But if Gevo comes back in the earnings and they actually give bad news as far as the loan, like they delay it or cancel it, that might be a video altogether. But we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. But anyways, take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.